Kate.
Hola. Okay, yeah, it's 8:34 already. Okay, hey guys, I'm Jennifer Crowder, and Ann and I have been doing these wonderful Zooms. Oh goodness, I don't even know how long, Ann, we've been doing them. But tonight, Ann and I actually planned out the entire first half of the year as far as our calls go. And so um, this month, and the last call she did, I was actually at World Tour, so I didn't get to listen until later. But Anne did an amazing job on just laying out a plan as far as reach the beach incentive. So all of us should have a plan for how we're going to be in Cancun next January. I know a lot of us, or those of us who have earned the winter incentive for, well, during the winter for this summer, we are getting we've been bombarded with some different options this incentive period. So it's pretty exciting, but also it's so amazing how we superseded Scentsy's expectations. And so more people have earned the trip than they expected. Good problem, but now Scentsy's having to reconfigure some things. So anyway, I just want to encourage all of you guys. It's still February. It's still the first month. And I think the biggest thing that you can possibly do this month before next week on the 28th, by the end of the month, is get your 500 PRV in. That's the biggest thing, because if you can reach that, then you can get those extra, if you do 500 a month, then you get those extra consistency points, which is huge. So even if you don't have a for sure plan, if you just get those 500 PRV in, that's you can still make it happen pretty easily. So Wendy Robinson, I don't know, Ann, if you have seen that Reach for the Beach page that they're doing, but Saturday there was some great training. I listened to all of Wendy Robinson's.
I do too.
Yeah, it was really good.
Mm-hmm.
And then I know we were at basketball games pretty much all day Saturday. I started listening to Miss Laura Godwin, and hers was really good too, the part that I saw, but then I had to get off. So anyway, if you guys are listening to this call and you want some extra training or some extra insight, that Facebook page is a must. It's got some really great training on it. So anyway, tonight we're going to talk about sponsoring. And sponsoring, we all know, is it's really where your business is going to grow. And if you want to make really good money with Scentsy, that's where it all starts. So if you're sponsoring, and consistency with sponsoring is super important, and then training your people that you sponsor to sponsor, things can be, you can be a rock star and make really good money. So I think I'm a little ADHD, because I tend to go every which way when I'm doing trainings like this. So hopefully I can stay. I have my notes all laid out for me. But I first wanted to talk about the $49 essential kit that Scentsy offering this month in February. You have an option to get the $49 kit, or there is a $99 regular transition kit as well. So I did write down in the essential kit, both of those kits this month are going to be upgraded to get the Star Dance warmer instead of just a regular $30 warmer. You're going to get that Star Dance. So that's from the very beginning. It's a $45 warmer, and you're getting it in a $49 kit. So that's a super great way to entice people. That kit also has a bar in it, a spring summer 2018 mini tester set, It has 1 pack of print your own labels, a pack of order forms, 1 pack of spring and summer 2018 catalogs, a pack of showcase brochures, a pack of product lists, 1 quick start guide, a consultant guide, and 1 product training guide. So really quick, as I was going through that list, like a lot of us use the mini testers most of the time. I know I do. When I'm doing catalog parties more often than home parties, I'm using those mini testers. So those are crucial. And then showcase brochures are amazing. I should have gotten one out, but they're just like a bifold that you actually open up, and it's like a cheaper catalog. It doesn't have all the pages in it that our normal catalog does, but it's all in color, and I feel like you can really get a good, just a good idea of all of our products in just a couple of glances versus flipping through a catalog. And then our catalog actually now doesn't even picture all of our products. They're like in that back fold out. So the showcase just is really cool, I think. Okay, and then on your workstation, you can actually find I think you can type in join in February, and in the marketing tab, and a list of everything that's in the regular transition kit is also listed there. So if you're looking for, like, if you're going to try to sponsor someone and they want to know exactly what's in the kit, you can always, I was going to print that out, but I just didn't. I actually, in my notes, wrote all the essential kit stuff, but just know that you can go to, and so that kit actually includes all of the fall winter scents and catalogs, as well as the new spring and summer catalogs. So that $99 kit is always a huge hit during transition months. So yeah, if you're looking for the full list, though, you can find it in your workstation. Okay, so one thing that I wanted to talk about this month for sponsoring is that we can entice new consultants this month with 1,000 points that they would get towards the Reach for the Beach incentive period. So when they put in their first qualifying party order of $200 or more, or PRB, then they would get 1,000 points towards their trip. So that's another thing, like as you're sharing it, no matter how you're sharing the business opportunity, that's just an extra way to entice those people this month to join your team. Okay, so I know, like, whenever I sit down and I plan for a training, I always will just write myself by host join, because that is like the root of what, whenever I think of Scentsy, those are the key things that I want to think about. And so as I started with that kind of little outline in my head of how I was going to do my training, starting with buy, I just was thinking about how, take every bit of opportunity when you're thinking about sponsoring to share samples when you're out and about. I always have been a big one of don't be caught without your Scentsy. So make sure you have business cards or samples or business opportunity packets in your purse or your bag or in your car, wherever you're out and about to. And I was listening to, as I was going through some stuff there, I actually posted, and I'll share the links to 3 little videos that I found that were, I actually already posted them to our group page, but there's 3 links that Scentsy has posted in one of the join explanations this month, and they're just short YouTube videos about prospecting and stuff, but they were talking about how Scentsy really is it's a people business, and so we should want to share the blessing of Scentsy with other people. So I was talking about samples, and then also when I was thinking about buying, I don't know, I was thinking about being out and about and being branded. I know my shirt's got Scentsy on it. I see a headband with Scentsy on it. There's Anne's Scentsy. So, a lot of times I don't wear Scentsy probably as much as I should or as much as I used to. But I still do pretty regularly. And that just always opens up conversation. If people see you're branded with Scentsy, you just never know when that opportunity will arise. So make sure you're branding yourself. Okay, so really quick, this is kind of like, this doesn't really have to do with buy, but I guess it can. So we've all talked about business opportunity packets, and this is, I'm going to open this one up really quickly. There are so many different things that you can put in a business opportunity packet, but this is one that I did, and I actually, for this month, I have these really bright neon pink labels, and I created these labels on Avery.com, and they just say, join my team, only $49 this month. And so on all of my business opportunity packets, I put those on those. I put the labels on my catalogs, the remainder of my catalogs that I have. So I just think that those bright stickers stand out, and so it's just an extra way to get people to notice that opportunity. So in my join brochure, I actually have a catalog, and I recommend to people to keep this simple. I know I have quite a bit of stuff in here, but I think sometimes we can get on overload, and we can kind of give people too much information where they're like they don't want to, dig through a whole pile of stuff. So I always put a catalog, and then I have a join brochure, and make sure that every piece in this has your name and your information on it, because you never know where this stuff is going to end up at. So make sure, like I have my little label on the back of this, make sure that your label is everywhere. So there's a join brochure. I have this is actually January's Scent Warmer of the Month flyer with a sample on it. I do the top 10 reasons to join. That's what I have in there. I have all this stuff, like it's in our documents or files in our group page. So if you guys are looking for any of that, I don't know if Ann does, but yep. So you guys can always locate. If you can't find it, contact us. We'd be happy to help you find it or to get it to you. I actually have a little postcard that I have made up with my name and my
what? Cigna?
Yeah.
And then our family's picture and my husband and I. And so then it just has a little bitty blurb thing on the back too, a picture of me and Orville and Heidi, and then me at home office with the buddies. So that's just kind of a personalized thing. I like to tell people to make it personal. I have my business card, and then lastly I have a scent circle. So that's just what I pass out when I give my possibility packets to people. So I was going to go somewhere else with that, but it just slipped my mind. I'll just go on to towards the end. I'm going to share too about what I give to a new consultant when they join. There's lots of ideas for that too. I try to keep that simple. But so hosting, when I have a party, I want to just say that everybody, it is so important to offer those hosts their parties. That really, I know a lot of times, especially new consultants that may not see the value in sponsoring every host that you can. You get a little bit of me, and you want to hold on to those sales. And it's so much easier to go find $500 worth of sales than to lose that. I mean, you don't want to lose a possible team member. And so I always try to offer, and even as far, goodness, I don't even know why. This is such a no-brainer to me, but Wendy Robinson, I don't know if it's her thing or her idea, but she was talking about on Saturday, I think, Ann, did you talk about this too? Or I heard somebody else talk about this recently, but like if you're doing a party and say your hostess has a $600 party, so you would offer that hostess to, if they want to join, to have that party to start earning commission on. And if they say, no, I don't really want to do it, then you say, okay, well, I'm going to go on and I'm going to ask some of your customers, your guests from your party, if they want to have your party. And so it's as easy as going to that next person at the party, or picking one of those people and saying maybe one of the top people that purchase the most, because obviously they love Scentsy. So if they love it, then they may want to join. So offering that party is that's a huge, that could really just blow up someone's business, especially if they are partying a lot. And parties, we know, are super important to make sure that your business is growing.
And I heard that too this weekend, and I think it was a few different consultants talking about it, but I never thought to look at the people at the party, because then it was like someone had explained it like, oh, well, if you're just going to give it away, then obviously it's something that I should keep for myself. So then someone was saying how it flips it back to the host, because the host doesn't want to give her party away.
Right.
But if she really doesn't want it, or if he really doesn't want it, then at least you're offering it to other people, and you're automatically here, this is how I'm going to help you. I'm going to train you. it just shows that authenticity and generosity is instilled in Scentsy. So it's why didn't I think of that?
Yeah. I love it. I
do too.
I was just thinking earlier, if we could get all on the Accelerated Leadership Program, and we could get all of our people on the Accelerated Leadership Program, where you're partying 8 times a month. And then when you're partying and you're having 8 parties or 8 events or whatever, a combination of all those things, if you're partying that much a month, you're bound to start recruiting like madness.
Right.
It's just going to happen. And that's why that accelerated leadership thing is so good, because I know that it so stretches people. And it was a stretch for me when I started it. I stopped because we were still in the process of remodeling our house and stuff. But all the people that were participated in that, they were killing it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's awesome. Okay. Then I wanted to talk about prospecting on social media, and that's one of the little video excerpts that we'll share in our groups. I already posted it on mine, but there's lots of stuff available in our marketing tab as far as those things that we can be sharing on social media. So if you're looking for a picture possibly of that kit, or whatever you might be looking for on your marketing tab, you can share it on social media. They talked about Pinterest and Facebook. We all know that there's tons of different social media options, but and then they were talking about the importance of when you're at a party, or all of those customers that you're meeting throughout your catalog parties, your home parties, or your events. Invite those people to join you on social media. That's one thing that I don't think that I've taken full advantage of. So that is super important. I already talked about enticing people this month with the trip. Something else that is huge can be, and Ann mentioned this last week, and we're going to be talking about fundraisers really soon, I promise, guys. but fundraisers are huge during incentive periods. And like when you're thinking about sponsoring with fundraisers, I just think that how many people, when you do a fundraiser, if you have so many, like if you're doing it for a team, like you're reaching such a variety of people throughout, and your name is getting out there through all of those people that are participating. If you're doing a group, you can just reach so many people with fundraising. So like if you were doing a fundraiser, you could just put these blingy stickers everywhere on your packets or whatever, just to try sponsoring that way as well. So I talked about parties, branding, social media. One other thing that I wanted to bring up was listening to others. I mean, as you're out and about and you're just in your everyday walk or wherever you're at, if you're listening to people and the needs that they have in their lives, we can authentically invite them to join us. I never dreamed almost 10 years ago now that I would be with this company and have so much success and take my husband on trips to Hawaii and San Francisco and Punta Cana. We've been to twice. We've taken our whole family to Disney. We have just been so many places that we would never have gotten to go. I'm struggling with this Mediterranean cruise, y'all. I earned level 4 for my husband and I, but $5,000 sure does sound tempting. So, but just the opportunities and what our company is with Orville and Heidi, like, it's just amazing. It's about to get real loud in my house probably, guys, because my clan is all coming in. My oldest are at a dodgeball game. We have a dodgeball, like whatever league that they're a part of. And then my littles were over at a friend's house, so they're on their way in. But so just think about people's lifestyle and how you can help them. Do you guys, if anybody has any questions or anything, feel free to ask. The last thing I think, well, I guess 2 other things. I wanted to share, whenever I get a new recruit, I send them a welcome packet. And I don't send anything really big and extravagant, but I will send like some little marketing type things that I have around the house. I always send them a Scentsy pen. I send them a Scent Warmer of the Month flyer to show them how I make my samples, and I send them the little jewelry baggies that I make my samples with. Sometimes I might send the molds or a water bottle. I'll send them a sheet of labels just to really reiterate the importance of labeling. I might send them a notebook, and I always try to give them some sort of Scentsy bag. So whether it's, I've done those cute little cinch sacks that we had at one point. Sometimes I just do like the recycle bags that say Scentsy Independent Consultant on them. But I try to like give them that where they can start their own little, they can do with it whatever they want. But those are just some ideas of things that I do when I sponsor new team members. And lastly, that I want to say is just sharing your story, I think, is huge. And it's something that I haven't done in a really long time. And so it's been on my mind and in the back of my mind for quite some time now that I really need to start sharing my Scentsy story with people again, because I think that when people hear your story and where you've come from, where you've been, and what you have going on in your life and how you can make Scentsy work, I think that it's just a super cool opportunity to let people know that they can do this too. So, do you guys have any questions or comments or ideas?
Hey, Jen, I was going to ask you, on the front of your scent circle, you have a sticker on there. What does that say?
It's just my reorder sticker. It just, it's circular. So it just says to reorder, and then it has my name, my website, and my email and phone number.
Okay. And then also with, when you were saying offer the party to a guest, you know, if the host doesn't want to join, have you done that personally? Because I mean.
I haven't, but I think it's a great idea. Like, I always offer my hostess, like,
right.
always offer my hostess their party, but I don't know. It seems like such a no-brainer to me that I cannot believe that I haven't thought about that before now.
Right.
But then when I heard Wendy talking about it, I was just like, that is so crazy. Like, we should be doing that all the time. Like,
Right.
if we are really dedicated to our business, and honestly, I don't sit down and do like a booking blitz like I should. Like, if I seriously devoted the time and the energy into booking parties like I should, and we're probably all like that, you know. If we could party more, I mean, we would be recruiting more.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, I was just wondering, like, if the host would be like, she ain't taking it, I am, you know, like, it'd be, because you know how, and I'm not saying that in a mean way, but you know how people kind of get competitive, like, no, I want to get paid for it, nobody else is going to. So then, I think, I don't know, either one of you or the host will come back to it.
Yeah, I think that you kind of have to, with that, how I would handle that is I would make sure that the host was definitely out before I went any further. And I would just lay it out on the line for the hostess too and be like, well, if you don't take this, then I'm going to offer it to someone else.
Right. That's exactly what I was thinking. But no, I never even thought about it. All the 6 years I've been with Scentsy, never thought about doing that.
Right?
That's
I mean, all you would have to do is be like, okay, you guys, like, you know, as you're kind of wrapping up the party, like, okay, I've got a party that I need a consultant for. Like, who wants to join? Who wants to be on this team? Who wants to already start with a party?
How fun that would be? Like, at a home party?
Right? Yes.
Like, if I would just talk to my hostess, like, before I did the party and be like, okay, this is the way I do things.
Right.
And so, you know, if your party is a $600 party tonight, you're going to make $120 off of this party. Are you interested in joining my team? And then, you know, tell her, if you don't want to do this, if you're not interested, I just want you to know. So I play this little game at the end, and I
totally set it up like that.
I wonder how could you set it up to make it fair though? Like, at that point, if you're kind of making it a fun thing, how would you, like,
I guess if there was more than one person interested, I would say, okay, you guys, awesome. Like, maybe, I don't know how you would pick who would get the party, but then, like, you know what? It's really great to start as a team. So, like, you could sign up underneath this person, and you already have someone underneath you, and you're working with this person. I mean, you'd have to spin it so that that other person doesn't feel, you know, like they lost out on the party, or like, oh great, you want to join too, so you host a party underneath this person and you get your $600 party, and then you can sign up and this person will, you know, you could keep passing it down. I don't know, I'm just on the fly, but
if you had people that were wanting to host a party, then you could say, you know, like, if they're one of the ones that are interested in the party, then you could, I don't know, you'd have to get a plan, but
sounds like a great debate to me. I mean, arguing who wants to join.
We'll have to figure that one out, how to, like, I mean, or I was just thinking that it would make it fun to do it like that, or you just go to them privately, or like when you're taking orders at the end, you can just say at the end of the party, like, so I always offer my parties to my hostesses, but is anybody else in the room interested in possibly becoming a Scentsy consultant? And see kind of if there's any interest, and then you could, like, approach that person when they come to purchase then. And not make it like a big hoorah, like, who wants this? You know, it's up for grabs, but you could have more of a one-on-one with those people then.
I think you would, you know, kind of determine your party style.
Yeah.
too, you know, because if it's a kind of a laid back, or if you've got like the wine going and, you know, they're all, you know, if there's 2 or 3 people that you think would be good consultants, then it's like you don't want to just give it to one person. You kind of want to, I mean, obviously you have to give the party to one person, but you want to give the opportunity for them to get signed up as well. So yeah, I think it's kind of like you just kind of have to roll with it.
Or if it was a big party, you could always split it up.
Yeah.
Or if there's another, I mean, like say for instance, Sally wants to join, but Susie over here wants to host. Sally could be, you know,
Yep.
party.
I guess that's what I was thinking earlier. Like if you had somebody wanting to host, you had somebody wanting to join, then you could
Just give the party her, yeah.
That doesn't really help the who would you give it to if you had more people that wanted to join. But man, if you had people wanting to join your team, that'd be exciting, huh? Like that. Multiple people at every party.
You get a kit, you get a kit, you get a kit.
Yeah.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah.
But too, even like, so you think about like these basket parties that you don't see the people, and you get a basket party back and you see that someone orders like $100 worth of Scentsy, like that's a really good opportunity to pick up the phone and call that person and say, hey, this party qualified for it to be flipped. Notice that you really like Scentsy. Is this something that you would want to do? I already have this party for you to start your business. I mean, it just creates a whole new conversation that I have not been having.
Right.
You know, just with that host. Well, I mean, it's 50%, you know. It's either yes or no, but if I could get, you know, more people, then it's a higher chance of a yes.
Last month, I had a consultant, a past consultant, that hosted a party with me, and she had $1,000 bring back my bar party. And then she actually, one of her girls that bought from her party ended up joining under me. And so it was my plan. Like, I took the party, but how cool would that have been for that girl to have taken that party? She joined this month. She would have already had her 1,000 points, you know, like should have been certified already. So that would have been cool. I mean, I guess it's cool that I went ahead and got the recruit anyway. But, you know, like my plan though is to like that consultant lives a couple hours away from me. So my plan is to have conversations with all of those people that bought from that party to hook them up with the new consultant so that they will order from her from now on. Because some of them were really like expressing the fact that when the person that had the party, she used to be a consultant, like they lost her as a consultant, so they're kind of panicked because they didn't have a consultant then. So this Tracy signed up, so I really need to like make sure that, you know, like I always try to let those people know that I'll gladly be your consultant, but this person just signed up on my team, and I'd love to hook you up with them so that you can support them and they're closer to you. But the only risk in doing that, I think, is that you don't know what kind of a consultant they're going to be and with, you know, what kind of customer service. So, anything else? Everybody's all quiet. Okay.
Cool.
Well, we only have a couple minutes left, so I guess we'll go ahead and get off. I hope everybody enjoyed tonight. And then we will see you again the first week of March. And really quick, Anne, do you know what our topic is that week?
Nope, it's upstairs in my planner.
I can look really quick. We're going to talk about next month. Our first call will be on promoting, so rank promotions. And then we're also going to be talking about consistency, being consistent. So they should be good. Thank you guys for joining us tonight.
Thanks, Jen.
See you guys.
Thank you.